We are currently in one of arguably the best places to spend Halloween in the entire United States. New Orleans has their Halloween parade, as well as we're gonna do a ghost tour and check out some of the other stuff they have decorated for Halloween.
Right now we're looking for a good place to get some coffee, which there's a lot of options. We've been looking around.
We have our Halloween shirts on.
Yeah.
Got matching Halloween shirts. We're ready to celebrate Halloween in one of the coolest places in the US, Halloween.
Bats. I love Halloween. The New Orleans iced coffee. It's just the style of coffee, how they make it down here. So it's called Chicory coffee. It's really good. Definitely get me going for the rest of the night.
Chicory is very popular in Louisiana. It's actually a plant that tastes similar to coffee but has no caffeine in it. It's a good additive for coffee to bring out that flavor. But what they do is they take the root of the plant, grind it up, and then basically dissolve it into coffee. And then you brew the roots of that plant and it creates a similar flavor to coffee. So you just get a lot stronger of a coffee taste without having to like drink 800 milligrams of caffeine or something.
That's how I was trying to describe it. It's like a double coffee flavor. It's really like just coffee.
Very coffee. Like you can, but it's not overwhelming. Like it's not acidic or anything. It's so good. We're about to hop on the streetcar, and that's one of the best ways to get around New Orleans. You have to have exact change, and it's only $3 for the entire day. So we're gonna buy a couple of all-day passes. We've arrived at our first house, our first manor that we're gonna look at today, and it's Skeleton House. The St. Charles ride down the street, like on the streetcar, is so beautiful. There's so many different houses and manors, and it's just such a beautiful area. You can definitely feel the French, European influence here. I think that's why I like New Orleans so much, is just the architecture and the vibe, and it's just so much fun here.
If you didn't notice, we got our fun Halloween gear on today. A ribcage shirt we got off Amazon, and then Ashley's got some some
dancing skeletons, and then I have my little bone clips. We're very we're in the spirit. There's not a lot of people wearing stuff, and so I feel very special to be one of the fun ones because Halloween's in a week. It's called Skeleton House, and all the skeletons hold signs that are making puns or jokes about like kind of current events over the past year or just in general. Like this one over here says, "I blew a casket" instead of a gasket. Tell me which one's your favorite in the comments. I think my favorite, which one was your favorite?
I really like the Indiana Bones one with the crystal skull.
I liked the Dead End one. Game of Bones is funny. I just like all the puns, honestly. It's fun. Oh look, Keeping Up with the Boneses. Get it? Because they're keeping up with their neighbors. Obviously, New Orleans is most well known for Mardi Gras. The beads seem to be up all year. So if you want a little taste of Mardi Gras, even in October, there's beads everywhere. We're in the Garden District now, which is probably one of the most beautiful areas in New Orleans.
So we saw this house when we were driving by. I'm still kind of blown away by all of these colonial French homes. They're just so beautiful. This one was built in 1867. homes have some sort of story behind them, obviously, right? But since the home has been here since like 1850s, around the 1800s, it just kind of makes itself like its own like monument. Because people still live in these homes too. I would assume when they buy the home, it's like they inherit the heritage of the house.
We noticed back there, the trees, like the roots grow and it pushes the sidewalk up, and they don't fix the cement, they just leave it like kind of natural, which is really cool. But watch your step because kind of a tripping hazard. I don't know if you can hear it, the camera's picking it up, but we're getting closer and closer to Halloween music. So I think that we're close to the house. Ghost Manor, although I think it should be called Pumpkin Manor because the primary decorations are pumpkins. So definitely look up on their Facebook pages and social media pages that they're doing it, and if you come at night, they're all lit up. Is insane. There's spider webs everywhere, pumpkins hanging from literally every spot I think they could. You've got this music playing in the background that kind of sets the tone and the setting. This one is definitely worth it at night if you're able to come by because they do a whole show with projections and moving like animatronics, is that what they're called? Animatronics. If you do one at night, do this one because it has a lot of movement. But even during the day with the music and just how spooky it looks, it's so cool. Waiting like for a spider to jump on me. How big this tree is. I love the trees down south. Yeah. That's how, like, we have so many huge trees, like oak trees and everything. I just love them.
Doing this for transportation.
I'm barely going on this one. We rode the streetcar all the way down to Canal Street where we're gonna walk through the French Quarter. This is the area that the parade will be coming through later. So we're gonna be up in this area the rest of the night. And this is where all the life is. This kind of tile makes me so dizzy to like look at it. So I'm avoiding eye contact with the floor. We're at Cafe Beignet. We're gonna get some beignets. We only tried them from Cafe du Monde before, so I'm very excited. We forgot napkins. It looks so good. So this is the true test because Cafe du Monde is very popular for beignets, and this is Cafe Beignet. So I have high hopes because they have beignet in the name, but they look. That was a good note. We think that they've cooled down, but I burned the living crap out of my mouth this morning, so I'm a little traumatized.
Cheese Danish.
From McDonald's. Not even worth it.
This looks delicious. So the only thing I can really compare it to is honestly just funnel cakes, because that's honestly what it tastes like, just in a little square form.
They're covered in powdered sugar.
Here you go, ready?
Ready?
Cheers. Oh my god. With powdered sugar. It's so good. It's so sweet.
I will say, after comparing them to Cafe du Monde, these have more density. we need some water, but it's like $3. I can't do that.
We're on Bourbon Street. It is nuts. There's so much going on. So many sounds, so many smells.
I don't even know if you can hear us, but there's just so much. It's crazy. It's like 4 p.m.
It's busy.
They're like throwing beads down here at people. We are at New Orleans Poboys? Something Poboys. We actually only got one. We got a 12-inch. It's called Decatur, and it's fried shrimp po' boy with gumbo on top. So we're getting a 2-for-1 here. We're getting gumbo and fried shrimp on the po' boy. We also got a red beans and rice. Po' boy is a baguette filled with a meat and then lettuce, mayo, tomato, and pickles. And it's delicious. I don't even know how to... The gumbo is delicious.
Ashley didn't even eat all of hers, so I had to indulge myself in the rest of her sandwich. Stuff is pretty spicy, especially after it settles in your stomach.
Where I burned my mouth earlier on these stupid cheese Danish, like the spices were entering where my mouth is still raw. So I'm like literally on fire inside and out, and I think Christian is too. But look, that decoration, I think that they've gone too far. There's like a body hanging off the side, but the arm is sticking out.
And it's the week before Halloween, so it's not even Halloween, and everything's like pretty much almost ready, if not ready.
This is the Halloween parade night. Like, this is a big deal. This is one of their big deals for Halloween. We're actually heading now to get in place for the parade. We're going to Decatur Street. So we just walked down Bourbon. We ate on Bourbon. The weather is perfect.
I know a lot of people, when you think of New Orleans or Louisiana in general, you think, oh, humidity, but it is chill and it is nice.
We're on Decatur now, which is where the parade route is, and this is where all the people dressed up are. So we should have been down here earlier. Is that Mario?
Grasshopper.
We're in our spot for the parade. We're on North Peters, which is, it leads into Decatur. So we're like on the front end of the parade route. We went to the Gazebo Cafe. Well, Christian went to the Gazebo Cafe.
Yeah.
And got us some daiquiris, ice cream daiquiris.
You know, plop down because people are starting to flood in, I think.
Yeah,
So.
it's a fun vibe out here right now. These are really good. I got the grasshopper.
Chocolate, mint, and then I got the pumpkin spice daiquiri. I wasn't planning on getting this. I was just in line. I heard somebody else say it, and I was like, that actually doesn't sound that bad.
We'll be watching the parade, and then we're going to our ghost tour, voodoo ghost tour
8
after
o'clock.
this.
Yeah. Enjoying Halloween in New Orleans. They're like throwing candy and beads and stuff, so it's kind of fun. It's just a bunch of Jeeps so far, and I think the floats are after that. I think. I don't really know. It's horses. I love Halloween. Was the group of Elvi or something? They called it something Elvi, which is like the plural of Elvis because they were all dressed like Elvis. So the floats are starting now, which is the really big stuff, which is the really cool stuff. I got beads. Let's go.
That's so many.
I think that's gonna wrap it up. We just saw a lot of floats. We're getting ready to head to our tour right now.
There's so many people.
Dogs all have beads on them. Currently, the competition, I'm winning.
I was gonna say, that's
I'm winning.
Fair.
That last float, I got like 10 of them.
One of the snacks that we had thrown at us is Chewies, which are actually the original cheese curls. Are they better than Cheetos though, Christian?
Pretty the same.
Pretty the same? I like them better. They don't taste as like greasy, honestly. Their mascot is a little mouse, like what's that mouse company? No, don't say Chester's. No, it's your play place.
Especially, now the sun is set, the day creatures have gone to sleep, the night creatures have come out. Talking about all y'all, they're not making any more New Orleans, and back then it was even smaller. The crush of life.
He gave us a nice history lesson on the city, talked about some of its culture.
Learned about all of the public executions in this area and why it's created certain, paranormal activity. Really good storytelling.
Talking about Bricktop, aka Mary Jane Jackson. She was the leader of what was known as the Paper Girl Gang.
I got some swamp water, and Christian has a ghost pepper spicy margarita. We did like a mid-break tour break.
Yeah.
And he set us free down Decatur Street, so we got to go get back with the group.
This story is a scar on the soul of New Orleans for many reasons, and the willful naivety about. In the 1720s. It was done in the 1750s. This chapel over here on the left is one of the newest buildings in this part of the French Quarter because it was built in 1849. Still
Wow. So we just wrapped, oh my God.
Look at that
shadow. We just wrapped up the tour. It was fantastic. Our guide Taylor did a really great job.
We'll link the tour. We booked through Get Your Guide, right?
Yep.
But it's Witches Brew Tours. We learned about Marie Laveau, the Lalauries, and Jacques the vampire. So he touched
And a bunch
on,
of voodoo stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
touched on voodoo, ghosts, ghost history. More just about the history and why people believe it's paranormal. Not really oh, ghost, boo,
Yeah, yeah.
It was so good to actually learn about the history. I recommend this company. It was not kitschy at all.
It was very historical.
It left you curious to learn, actually learn the history of New Orleans.
Yeah, because some of the history on this stuff is so dark and deep, and
just learning about New Orleans in general, how it was the richest city at one point, last city to get a sewer system. Just when you think about the depth that goes into New Orleans, it's hard to not just go on this spiral of I want to learn everything and I want to know everything right now.
Now we're getting ready to head over to the Frenchmen Street. Evidently there's a bunch of live music. Yeah. We're just going to breeze through it, see what it's like.
We're driving home tonight, if that says anything. Also, we couldn't record a lot of the tour because it's copyrighted, so we didn't record it, so you'll just have to go on it for yourself to hear. I need to say this while it's still fresh in my brain, but we're walking down Frenchmen and it's insane. You can see, we just walked by a dude doing live rap, and he was like, there goes my man with a mirrorless cam and his lady too. They're gonna do some filming. And we were like, what? It's just this is so cool right now.
I definitely say this environment is crazy. It's really fun.
Insane. We're currently walking through the business district to get back to the parking garage. It's not that late actually, it's 11 p.m., but it's still crazy out here.
I think we're not used to the hustle and bustle of the city, and being here for the first time in a while. That's a street sweeper, by the way, going by. Oh my God. All right, we gotta go.
Oh yeah, we got 10 seconds. Go.